the other fun stuff a lot of the young people like fucking with, a lot of people ask me about is how to make money with cryptocurrencies. Well, a cryptocurrency is just that's an alternative currency. It's an alternative currency. So to really understand how to do that, you really have to understand foreign exchange markets. So, my professor that taught me about, currency exchange and, what dictates the price of a dollar versus a pound or a euro or a yen or et cetera, global currencies. He had his PhD from Harvard. He was, he had all sorts of academic jibber-jibbers that I don't remember half of them, but he wrote a lot of papers. And this guy might have been a 50-year-old virgin. I don't know if he ever had sex in his life, but he did know an awful lot about foreign exchange.
Yeah, okay.
And he taught me an awful lot about it.
He has redeeming qualities.
So that's not the lifestyle that I care to emulate, but I did learn a lot about foreign exchange from that man, and I built on it from there.
Shout out to him.
In any case, to understand the cryptocurrencies or other alternative currencies, you got to understand how foreign exchange markets work. And you got to understand that some of those macroeconomic nuances that drive currency exchange rates, and some of those little known secrets. And I don't like any kind of secrets or marketing talk. I'm a very straight talker, but this is one of those places where there are some things that are very few people know about because they never studied it. And some of those little known secrets about foreign exchange trading could give you massive returns. For those of you that don't have a lot of money right now, this is one of those areas where you can have highly leveraged trades. You can get like 100-to-1 leverage, which I'm not recommending, by the way. But if you don't know what you're doing, that'll ruin your life, by the way.
Yeah.
But this is a place where you can have massive leverage where, for not much money invested, if things go your way, you can make a lot of money. Everybody that talks about, all these people that talk about fucking, crypto and day trading is like, what they really want to know about is this. It's like, this is where you can make a lot. The shit that like these fucking fake clowns on the internet, they're talking about, I'm going to teach you my day trading bullshit and you're going to make a lot of money. This is the shit they actually want to know about, where you can make a lot of money. You can make, without having a lot of capital up front, you could make a lot of money. You could also lose a lot of money if you're a dummy, or even if you're pretty smart and you make one wrong call, okay? So I'm not saying that this ain't free money, but this is a place where, small changes in a currency can give you massive profits back because you can use a lot of leverage. It can also hurt your portfolio a lot, so you got to know what you're doing, which is why we did that boring stuff the first couple weeks. You got to do the boring stuff first, and that's like having good form in the gym, man.
Yeah.
What if I just went to the gym, I don't have abs like you. I just have one ab. I only have one ab. Brandon has many. Maybe more than 6, I'm not sure. But I have one ab. It's strong. It's a mighty ab, but there's only one. But when we go to the gym, I can lift 1,100 pounds on a leg sled. I do reps, with over half a ton, 500 kilos. But that also took me 8 years to build up to that. What happens if you just went to the gym and you just throwing some fucking heavy weights around any sort of way and you didn't do the boring shit, you didn't get your form down, you didn't understand the fundamentals to begin with,
Yeah.
How would that work out?
No, you probably get hurt, man.
You gonna get hurt?
Probably get hurt, yeah.
And this is the same shit. If you don't understand those first couple weeks, if you don't understand the fundamentals, like how does this shit work? How do the pieces fit together?
Even with day trading.
Yeah.
I mean, like a little secret, I only day trade stocks that I wouldn't mind holding.
Yeah.
That way I can't lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can lose, but you know what I mean, right?
No, I got you.
Fundamentally sound.
Yeah, I got you. So, quite literally, I know a lot of people that follow Brandon, that you people that are strong and fit and, you're already resourceful. You're already, you learned a lot of things about fitness and diet and nutrition. You're already disciplined, and like, all I'm saying to you is guess what you got to do to be good at this? Oh, you got to be willing to learn a little bit. You got to be disciplined. You got to be willing to go do something repetitively and, pay attention and have the right form, have the right knowledge so you don't fuck it up. Oh, those are skills. Don't your audience already have that skill?
They already got it, man.
Don't most of your audience already have that skill?
Yeah.
You already got that. You just got to learn how to take things, because I see some questions in here that like, hey, can I do this with, do I need to have a lot of money to start or something? No, you don't actually. Do I need to have a fucking graduate? No, you don't need a fucking graduate degree either.
Nope.
No, you don't need that. But but what you do got to have, you can't be a dumbass. You got to have the discipline to pay attention a little bit, so you can learn those fundamentals. So then you can go out here, you can fuck around with your cryptocurrencies, you can fuck around with foreign exchange, you can fuck around with day trading and not get yourself hurt.
Exactly.
You know, number one rule of making money is don't lose money.
Don't lose money.
Don't lose your money, preserve the capital you have and keep adding to it. That's what Brandon's saying about, you know, you're gonna make 1% every day. He didn't say I gotta make 800% in a day.
Nah.
No, you're gonna blow up your account, fool. You know, but he can fuck around like that and it's going pretty good to him. So I'm literally saying to you, you know, I got a lot of respect for it. Now, I'm not lean like some of you guys. I'm a little chubby, honestly, about 20% body fat, which I know makes some of you sick, I understand. I am quite strong. I am
Really
quite
strong,
strong.
really
So
strong.
I do show up in the gym minimum 4 days a week. I don't care if I had a headache or a fever, I'm gonna show up in the gym and I'm gonna do the right thing there. But you guys have the skill set, and women, you people already have that skill set to show up, do the hard work, lift the heavy thing, learn some shit, make sure you don't make fundamental stupid mistakes, and then you're gonna get those outcomes, okay? Now, we're just halfway through. What I talked about, that's halfway. In the first 2 weeks, I'm admitting to you are boring, but it's the shit you gotta know to go be successful. So we only talked about 1/3 of the successful shit. We only talked about 1/3 of the successful shit. And we're only halfway through. Now, on my program, Moneyberg Markets Mastery, you know, if that's all you got, what would that be worth? If all you got is you understood the fundamentals, I'm gonna ask you to think of a number, by the way. If all you got out of that program is you just understood those fundamentals to develop multiple income streams from, you know, day trading, from playing with cryptocurrencies or foreign exchange, if all you got is understanding the fundamentals about how to evaluate those things, how to trade without fucking up your portfolio, without losing money, you know, and had that foundation to go make real money, well, what would you all pay for that? What would that be worth? What would that allow you to do? What, you know, what would your life look like? What would your life look like if you had that? If you're getting those, we could think about those, you know, 10, 20, 15% returns, you know, that's tens of millions of dollars over time. That's tens of millions of dollars over time. You know, would you finally be able to relax knowing that you have a legit proven path to make future wealth? You know, I feel so much confidence. A lot of my happiness, a lot of my confidence is like, I know that I can make money in any environment. I don't care if the market's going up. I don't need the market to be going up. I don't care if the market's going down. I get excited when the market's going down because I can make even more money. I make even more money because people don't know what to do when the market goes down. They just panic. All right, so I don't know, that freedom's very important to me. That freedom's extremely important to me. And, you know, if you could stop spending countless hours researching some shit, and then, you know, a lot of people, they do a lot of research and they miss out. They miss out on the real investments. They miss out on the things that they could have made some real fucking money. They miss out on that entirely, it's a goddamn tragedy. So I'm gonna ask you again, if you could have your total financial freedom, if you could do whatever you want, what would you guys like to do? And by the way, type that in here. If you had too much money that you didn't have time to go to work, you just wouldn't have time. It wouldn't occur to you to go to work. It wouldn't be a thought. If you had too much money that you simply didn't have time to go to work, what would you do? What would you do at your time then? Type that in here. Tell them to type that shit in here.
Type it in, man. Type in. What would you do? What would you do instead? Right?
You had too much money that you just, you know, the answer is any fucking thing you want, but what would you specifically do? What are some of the things that are top of mind that you'd like to do?
Corey would travel.
You just had too much money.
Peagle would travel. Simon would find his passions, you know. Travel, start a new business. That's car hunt, you know.
Making music, exploring the world, skydiving. He didn't mention an airplane. He didn't mention a parachute. He just said jump out of an airplane. So I think that means skydiving. I hope it means skydiving.
I want to
travel, MMA stuff, helping kids, set money aside for your own kids. Shark diving. Some of the fellas on here are gonna find some women.
Oh man, they want.
Victor gonna make some babies.
Yeah, he wants some children.
Derek's gonna play a saxophone.
All right.
Some wrestling. Yeah, man. You know, what would you pay for your financial freedom? And I told you I was gonna ask you about a number. Like, what would you pay for your financial freedom if you knew that you could get serious returns? I mean, It's $250,000. Anybody pay $250,000. If you don't pay $250,000, something's wrong. What would you pay for your financial freedom? $1 million? 20 million? You know what, that 20% return, if you compounded that over, a few decades, not even having a lot of money to start off with, that turned into 30 million bucks. Turned into 30 million bucks. So type in a number. Type in a number. I mean it sincerely. Put in, what would you pay? A number. Type in a number, not an affirmation, not an aphorism. A number. What would you pay?
David says whatever it takes. We want a clear number.
What would that be worth? What would it be worth to be able to do what you want? What would be worth to predictably grow your net worth? Take a number. Take a moment and write that down. Take a number: $1 million, $100,000, $2 million, millions, 1 billion. Right. Chris is balling here.
He's out here.
Chris is balling here.
Yeah.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Priceless. It's $500,000, $1 million, $10 million. It is priceless at the end. It's just your life. It's nothing important. It's just your life. When somebody types in a number that it lets you know what they think their future is worth. It really lets you know about somebody's self-esteem and what they think how they feel about themselves. There's a lot of people that, a lot of people here got high self-esteem. 100 million, Andre says.
It's high self-esteem, man.
25% of my lifetime net worth. You'd pay even more than that, but yeah. Well, look. Again, if that number is small, it means you're not qualified. If that number is small, if you think so lowly about yourself, if you think so little about yourself, that it's a tiny number, that's not a person that I could spend any time with. That's not a person that, I trust your judgment. If you think your future is not worth much, I gotta trust your judgment. I take your word for it. And everybody else in the world does too. Every high quality man, they take your word for it. They don't want to spend time with you either. Every high quality woman, she don't want to spend time with, the most beautiful women and the most successful men, when there's women on here, there's several women on here that I can tell they're ambitious,
Yeah, man.
I bet they're strong and fit.
Yeah, man.
Probably those girls with the thick booties on my Instagram. Probably some of them girls on here right now.
I'd imagine so.
Imagine. Big muscular butt. A girl like that outworks some of these men.
Oh man, girls work. Girls, I see it all the time, especially being a trainer. These girls, man, they'll outwork. They're tougher than a lot of guys, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend's very fit. I met her at the Playboy Mansion. She's very fit. She's model and went to graduate school. So
look at that.
I like a woman that's industrious and hardworking. I couldn't be with a dumb girl.
No.
If that number is small, you're not qualified. If that number is small, it's a good time to join some of those folks that dropped off earlier. Remember, I wanted about half of them to go? If that number is small, it's a good time for you to go join them. Get back to your video game. Yeah. Get back to your mediocre, subpar life. But, if that number is large, if that number is, some folks in here saying 10 million, 200 million, if that number is large and you see the obvious opportunity in front of you that you could create real wealth, not some get-rich-quick bullshit, but you learn how to make real money for yourself, how to evaluate things, how the global economy works, how you can profit from that continuously. You might be somebody that should be in my Moneyberg Markets Mastery program. You might be a great candidate for that. Derek Moneyberg here. We're closing down applications and enrollment for my stock market mentoring program. This program is definitely not for everyone. What I've created is an in-depth masterclass on everything you need to know to build real wealth in the stock market. Inside the course, I'm going to be covering stock picking, research fundamentals, futures, options, charts, leverage, foreign exchange, commodities, crypto and other alternative currencies, day trading, and more. This is not a course for dabblers. Many have compared my courses to their MBA level graduate coursework. And if you are currently willing and able to dedicate 10 plus hours of your time and focus every week to something that intense, I urge you, do not apply. This course is going to be dense and comprehensive. It will arm you with an arsenal of investment tools from basic concepts to high-level advanced strategies that I've developed while collaborating with some of the smartest financial minds in the world. For those who are accepted into the program and dedicate themselves to learning and internalizing the content, they'll graduate with a much more comprehensive understanding of how to navigate and win in any market or economic climate. So if you think you have what it takes and you want to join us on this 8-week journey, click that link, apply, and if you are well qualified, a member of my team will reach out for your interview. Do not procrastinate. Apply now because enrollment closes soon.